put that jersey on, they start thinking, hey, this is my last year. What does it feel like for you to be able to put on the Georgia jersey every week this last year?
It's a dream come true, really. I think it's pretty cool. I got the little graduate patch. I think that's really cool. I always saw that when I was, years back, 2 or 3 years back. I saw the guys that were, graduated and had the patch. I thought that was really cool and really symbolic. Just that, you go to college because you want to get an education and you can get your degree before you're done playing. I think that's a really special achievement. So it's been really awesome to be able to suit up for one more season.
Rodrigo, we know you're a communications major. How would you break down this game? What is your big takeaway from 55-0 and 600 yards of total offense?
I think the takeaway is to never be satisfied. We can go back and film and find things that we can improve on. And I think that just having the mentality that we can always get better and always improve and never being satisfied is really going to help us going forward.
How special was that Notre Dame week, back in 2017? You obviously were put on scholarship before that game. You make the kick, and then you have the big celebration in the locker room afterwards.
I think it was a really incredible moment, a really special game for me personally, as well as for the team. I think that was a really kind of a starting point for us that season and really kind of kicked us into high gear a little bit with that season. We're looking forward to another great matchup next weekend, but we're going to sit down and look at the tape from this game first and see how we can get better.
Does that feel like a long time ago, or does it feel like it was just yesterday with the blink of your career?
I think I'd say it feels like it kind of just happened.
Take me back to that week, and when did Kirby kind of call you into his office? What is that what he did? Did he call you into his office that week and let you know?
Yeah, I was taking a nap actually on Thursday before the game, and I got a text message from Coach Fountain that woke me up from my nap, and he had sent me a text saying that Coach Martin wanted to see you before meetings today. And so, at first I was freaking out a little bit because kind of like when your name gets called and the speaker in elementary school, you got to come to the principal's office. You're like, wait a second, what happened? I went in and he took me to one of his offices in our Buttsmere building and told me that I was going to be put on scholarship before meetings that day. And it was just a really incredible moment.
You forgave him for waking you up from your nap.
Yeah, I was forgiven.
You had that Kentucky game as a freshman, redshirt freshman, when you made the kick and did the interview with the helmet on. But that Notre Dame, how special is that? Did that feel like, because Kentucky, if you had missed that kick, it's going into overtime. That Notre Dame kick is either probably a win or a loss. How big was that Notre Dame kick, especially, after being put on scholarship in that whole weekend?
I think that, regardless of what the situation is when I go out there, regardless of who we're playing, what the score is, how much time is left, I'm trying to treat every kick like it's a big kick, and it's the most important kick that I could possibly have. Given the circumstances, it was important to our team winning that game, but there were other opportunities that we had in that game where we could have, done some things better. So it was nice to be able to hit that field goal in that situation, but really it was a team effort, and it was really a collective effort that got us the win.
It's hard to gauge when you're making all your field goals, you're making all your extra points, when you're getting all these touchbacks. How would you say you're kicking right now? Are you kicking as well? I know you said before the start of the year you want to be smarter this year, but do you feel like you're kicking as well as you've kicked in your career?
I think that I can always do better. Whether that be, if we're trying to force them to return a ball, getting more hang time on my kickoffs, or if we're trying to go deep, hit it a little deeper, and maybe just discourage the other team from wanting to even touch it even more. Whatever the case may be, I think that there's always ways that I can improve. We can work on getting quicker op times on field goal, getting more height at the line of scrimmage, so there's less of a chance of it getting blocked. So there's plenty that I can still work on every day.
But you've got, in your career, I think you've missed 11 field goals in your career, which is getting deep into your senior year. That's pretty stout. Those are like NFL percentages as far as accuracy. How happy are you with that and maintaining that?
I think that, if I was looking back at all those, I think there's probably 4 or 5 of those in there that I probably should have made. And so, I'll just use that as motivation to try and be even better for this season.
Going back to that Notre Dame, I know Kirby asked you to tell the team, did he surprise you with that? And were you kind of embarrassed or shy to make that announcement to the team, when it happened?
No, it was, I think definitely I was a little surprised because he had told me not to say anything yet. Of course I could tell my parents, but he said, keep quiet about it for the team because I've got something, hopefully planned to make the announcement. And I had no idea what it was, but I just, trusted him. And, turned out that that was a pretty great way to be able to tell the team.